Are any players standing out early in camp?
Well, actually, Rocky Bajoran was the March Player of the Month for UMC. So, yeah, she's been doing really well on third and first and at the plate. So, watch out for her.
Good to hear. Moving on to UMC baseball, Greg, update us.
Well, we finally halted our losing streak of 12 games by beating UMary in a sweep. First game was 5-4, and I believe the second game was 12-0 or somewhere close to that. But it's a great turnaround for the program after, there's been some injuries here and there. So it's been putting a damper on the team. But the fact that we got our couple wins, first 2 wins in conference this season, it's a step in the right direction, and we feel the only way we can go is up.
Any players standing out so far this season?
Yeah, we got Jelly, as usual. He's just a monster at the plate, and he's a defensive anchor at first. Mushy's doing really good at shortstop, and Stu in the outfield. It's a great group of guys out there. It's really not an individual person effort. It's more of a team-first mentality. Everyone's got to do their part. They got to get on base for the next guy. It's all about do your job and give the next guy the chance to do his job too.
Interesting. Now into some UMC football. UMC football starting spring camp, and they have 2 new coaches on offense. They have offensive coordinator Jared Hoddle and Sam Gooding at offensive line. Jeremy, at quarterback, you see everything with offense, so update us on that.
Well, the offense is really moving well. Despite losing all 11 games last year, we've stepped up, and with our new coaches, we've brought in a new culture. Just trying to change the pace. And big thing about this next season is going to be discipline for the Golden Eagles. And the big thing is that starts with the coaching staff and goes on through the leaders on the team and then down to no matter what, everyone has a role and everyone needs to do their role well. So we're really getting into defining everyone's role now in the spring. And despite our spring activities heating up for football, the weather's not really cooperating with us. So we're going to have to go to the High Performance Center in Grand Forks on Saturday where the UND Fighting Hawks, is it now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still getting used to it. But that's where we'll practice probably this week, and then depending on weather next week is where we'll do another practice next Saturday. So it's going to be a good spring, I think. Spring games on April 21st at 2. So if you're in the Crookston area, come show out for the Golden Eagles.
And watch for us in the fall, too. We're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
So moving on to regional sports here. So latest from the Minnesota Wild, Ryan Suter fractured his ankle, and he required surgery, which he recently got, and he is out for the remainder of the season. And I personally feel like that's a big blow to the team because he's one of the top 5 defensemen in the league. Honestly, that's how I feel.
Opinionated.
Everyone's got their opinions, including you, Mr. Jets fan. But anyways.
Ducks fan.
Oh, well.
Both.
You got 2 of them.
I got both.
Good for you.
I claim both of them.
Yeah, well, again, that's just your opinion because you think they're better, but they're really not. So, anyways, the Wild have a young defensive group coming up now because there's one of the broadcasters for the Minnesota Wild, Wes Walls. He was talking about only 2 of the current defensemen for the Wild were on the opening day roster for them, and the other 4 have basically been AHL call-ups. So the outlook is in question right now because the Wild just dropped their season-ending road trip with a loss to the Ducks, 3-1. And, well, the Ducks, what are they sitting, 7th right now in the conference?
They're currently in 3rd in the Pacific Division, 1 point up on LA. But they've clinched, and that's all that matters.
They also have the Wild, and they're 1 win away from another 100-point season. Not sure where the Anaheim Ducks are.
It's okay. The Wild can't play with the Jets, and that's who they're going to be playing in the first round anyways.
Yeah, I can't wait. That'd be the one hockey game I'm looking forward to, that series. It's going to be just as good as when the Wild played Colorado.
It'll be a good
4-1
series.
A 4-1? Yeah, 4-1 Wild.
I guess we'll find out.
But again, I'd like to see some people's opinions. So, Cassie, what do you think the Wild are going to do with this, being Suter's out now?
I'm not really sure. Suter's one of the biggest scorers on our team, and hopefully we can get some other players to score.